All right, guys, it's Stephen Dobson here with Undercover Roofing. What we have here today is this is Miss ST's roof here. We had our claim. You remember coming out, we had the adjuster come out. We inspected the front. There's a back and then a lower slope in the back. If you remember, we have a really decent amount of damage across the front. As you can see, we got missing shingles. As you can see, as you look down, we got missing shingles. As you look across the front here, you can identify just right here in front of me, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shingles just from visually looking right here. But there are in your photos, you have them all photographed and marked up from the adjuster. Now, what we had here is we had 52, I want to say, shingles that were approved by you guys. And one thing that we noticed when we were working with these shingles is the issues that came along with trying to replace these shingles, even during the process of removing the shingle. And I know that's something that can be easily said, and so one of the things that we want to do is we actually want to be able to show you and do this with as ease and as properly as possible so that you can, see what we saw and know that, this isn't something we're just trying to make happen. So we want to be able to show you. So whenever I'm here, I'm just going to do it here on the edge to make it a little bit easier, but you can see one of the shingles right here. You can see how it has the wind broken crease across the top, how it's an unsealed shingle. You see the debris up under there. All right. So what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and show you the process of removing this. And we actually have a shingle that's slid out there we're going to be using to kind of show you on these shingles. These are these GAF shingles. All right. I'm going to go ahead and work on doing this. So let's find the edge of this shingle. As you can probably see, I'm going to use a flat bar and try to keep from damage. I'm not going to lift these up very much. Just kind of be very gentle with it. All right. I have a feeling that this is going to be the edge. This is the middle shingle, if I had to guess. Let's see. Yep. All right. So this is the end shingle. This is the middle, and that's the other end. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off which shingle I'm going to be replacing here. All right. Let me go ahead and work on doing this. So let me go ahead and get this shingle unsealed. All right. Now let's go ahead and work on getting these done as well. All right, let's figure out where the nails are. We got one nail right here. Okay, I pulled straight through the shingle itself. We can leave that there. There's another one right here. Okay. One thing about this roof, there is 2 layers. I can show you real brief. You could see it in here if they didn't show it to you. You can see the multiple layers right here, but it is in the photographs documented by the adjuster. Right, so this whole roof has 2 layers. All right, let's go for that one there. Okay. All right. She got a nail on that one. So we'll have to remove the other ones as well. Let me see down there. It's really in there. Okay. Any of them across the top? Yeah, because we do have some nails across the top. We got to remove this one. I do not lift the shingle too high, but we do have to remove it. Okay. There's that one. Be gentle because these shingles are very fragile. We know that we got another shingle right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if that concluded them. All right, we got one more over here.
right there. We got more shingles we need to unseal. All right. Now we have removed the shingle. One thing you can start to see when you remove these shingles are what we were looking at underneath. All right, let's take a peek. You see that? We got a whole layer of shingles that are directly below that. That's why you're seeing a lot of these shingles are, these nails aren't really
And look at all
good. You can see the amount of granule loss and all that. Now, let me see that shingle real quick. Just to have a shingle, we will go ahead and work on getting another one in. Just for visual purposes. You can see how brittle these things are just touching them. Look, even when you just touch the edges, God, they're falling apart. Look at that. Oh, gosh, look. All right, let's get going. Now, we're gonna be able to nail all these back in here. All right. Now, you know when we nail, we have to keep the nail, the hammer at an exact flat area right there. All right. Get in here. We're gonna lift this shingle up. Go right there. Okay, that one will do. Right here. Okay. All right, have another one. Can't do it in the seams, obviously. See the shingle starting to break apart. All right. Get this one going. Which ones we need to do now? We got that one, that one. We pull through anyhow. Oh, that one, yep. We need to pull back here. Move over a little bit. Right here. Stop. There it is. We got that one nailed in. We got one. We got one. Oh, was that the end of this one? Yeah, we put one right here. Scoot over. All right. Does that look like it all? Boom. Boom. All right. I think we're missing that one right there. Yeah. Right there. Okay. All right. Okay.
So we have officially reinstalled the shingle now. You gotta keep in mind the amount that we have going across here. Mini shingles at the very base, as you can all the way see. Now the problem is that when you're repairing these shingles, right, the shingles that around them should be able to stay in a good enough condition that it's not going to start causing any problems afterward. Now, the issue with these shingles is with the fragility of them and how weak they are. The granules are just coming off, and that's what protects these shingles. Not only that, I'm just going to lightly wipe, you know, just like erosion over time, right? We have each one of these shingles, granules just pouring off of them, right? You can see the amount of effort that causes. You can see lines starting to come across the top here. In reality, that mixed with like how easy brittle the shingles are that are around them, the 2 layers and all that, there's really just no way of being able to repair this roof. So you'll see this is a fail. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you taking time to watch this.